Hello. Today I want to talk to you about how I got my current job at Easter Seals UCP of North Carolina. Before I do that, though, I want to give a shout out to the staff at the Envisioning Youth Empowerment Retreat, a week-long camp for the visually impaired, because this video is especially for y'all. In 2015, I graduated from the Governor Moorhead School for the Blind in Raleigh, North Carolina. Like any other graduate, I didn't want to be at home doing nothing at all. I wanted to get into the world. I attended the 2015 Envisioning Youth Empowerment Retreat at the Governor Moorhead School and was mentored by staff about various things to do when it comes to getting into work, such as cover letter writing, resume building, and so on. With their help, they were able to get my resume started. However, wording for me is very difficult when you're working with someone, a mentor, who is visually impaired. After attending the hour retreat, I attended the ABLE program, which is a program at the Career Training Center, which was formerly known as the Rehab Center for the Blind, part of Division of Services for the Blind. Through that, they were able to build my resume to the point where it had enough job history to possibly get me into a job. After attending the Rehabilitation Center for the Blind's ABLE program, I had the opportunity to work at an internship at LC Industries for the Blind from July through September. And this gave me an idea of how work goes there, and what it also shown me is that I cannot work at in a fast-paced environment. So, in other words, I can't do well with deadlines. Now, Mr. James Benton, who many of you recall, he one day came and visited me at my house, and he said to my mom, when they did the mock interviews at the hour retreat, a lot of the people they did them well. But however, he said to my mom that I was by far one of the best interviewers that they had, because I had learned the skills for interviewing through the Occupational Course of Study program at the Governor Moorhead School for the Blind. So, after the internship at LCI, I started working with a company called Community Workforce Solutions, and what their job is to help people find jobs to the best of their abilities. However, Community Workforce Solutions, even though they tried, they didn't do enough to help me. That, like, my job coach took me out to various places, but it seemed to me that a lot of the people they wanted to hire, I feel like the management of those offices didn't understand much about visual impairment and cerebral palsy. I do believe people who are trying to hire people with disabilities, they need to be somewhat patient when it comes to the person's disability, because it'll allow the potential hiring managers to understand what he or she can do, even though the person might have a disability of some sort. Now, everything changed in 2019. I started working with Easter Seals UCP's people to try to help me find a job. I did an intake assessment there, and during that time, I looked at my visual resume. I looked at it on the computer, and I said to myself, I've got a visual resume, but I feel like it's not enough to be able to show to a potential employee that wants to hire someone. So during some volunteer work with the Triangle Radio Reading Service, now known as the North Carolina Reading Service, I talked to one of the folks there, and he suggested, he's like, create an unlisted YouTube video called Video Resume. Unlisted means that it only can be shown to people that you send it to. It can't be shown public, so it would be known as a private video. So with the help of my father, with his camera work, he helped me in creating a video resume, which I posted to a work-based YouTube account. And I sent it to my job coach, who was working with me with Easter Seals UCP. She played this video for all the employees in the office. They were impressed. And in November 2019, I received a call from a job coach stating that I had gotten the job as a supported employment receptionist at Easter Seals UCP. I had never felt so happy in my life before. And everyone else, they were happy also. Even one of my staff people, they were just jumping up and down on the floor and just squeezed me like heck. And I started working there in January of 2000 and actually, I'm sorry, I'm making things wrong here. It was 2018 when I got the job, and I started working on January 7th, 2019. And I've been with Easter Seals I've been there for 4 years now. In January 2024, it'll be 5 years. And I believe, and to conclude this, what I will say is that I suggest any blind individual who is actually looking for a career, I suggest that you not only send a visual resume, but also do a video resume. Because what that does is it actually shows a potential employee what you actually look like and what you sound like. And because that's how I got my feet in the door with Easter Seals UCP. When I heard that I got the job, I said to myself, it was all because of that video. I believe that's what got me in the door. Just put your video resume as an unlisted YouTube video, and then whoever you're wanting to, whenever you're applying for a job, there may be a thing on the page where you can send a link to the video resume so that they can, in turn, hear what you sound like and even see your face. I think you'll be successful in getting a potential career if you do these steps. I want to thank everyone for listening this morning, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day during your days at the rest of the Envisioning Youth Empowerment Retreat week-long camp.